Hey guys, welcome back to ConfermentRM YouTube Channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day getting ourselves back into another 2-minute technicals video looking at Bitcoin. And look at that, absolutely crazy. You know, we were talking about that there could be, a stipulation of getting ourselves above this middle box area, fairly soon. And look at that, it came to a T. It actually hit it right here, knocked back slightly, and actually got itself above it, wicked up to the 1618 here. The one rather, I apologize, and came back down and now holding the box as support. And that's kind of crazy how that works, right? That's what we were talking about yesterday, that contingency region. I was saying we needed a nice close above here on a 4-hour and a 1 day to really get ourselves pushed to the upside. And yesterday closed above here, and today we got this nice 6% up. But I think if you were to take a total of it, you went up about almost 8.8%. I mean, this is the breakout we wanted to see in Bitcoin. This is what we wanted to see as a signal of a sign of strength and reversal. We got our crash, retrace, and reaccumulation, and our fly up here now. So it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. We weren't able to break 30,000. What is this? 968. Got up here to 30,801. Now it's at a Neander sideways, I'm sure, around this region, because this is actually the first 4-hour candle actually right here that was red. But if we were to go a little bit more crazy, as you can see, that was a heavy resistance here at the 1. So the only thing I could really expect, or even you could expect, would be to see a drop back, I would say bullishly, to the 702, hold the 702 as a retracement region, and then push upwards again, kind of go sideways here or fall back down here, kind of form another like a pennant to kind of give itself another reason to fly up. And that could be the optimal situation that I could see happening here for Bitcoin, is kind of waddling up here for that. You'd come up here again, and then you'd do some sort of fall down to here, either here around 29,669, or even come down here to 702, and then you have this channel, this pennant, and then you take your flagpole, which would be this, and then you could grab this, and you would see that your next target would be sitting up here around 35,000, by the end of July or something like that. In that situation, I'm not saying it's actually going to do that, but I'm just giving you guys a scenario. But that's what you'd want to see. But what I see out of this now, because yesterday I was kind of on the fence of whether or not we actually were going to get the push to the upside or get our snark retrace backwards. It looks like we actually have gotten our conviction to the upside. That's great. That's great to see. The volumes came back in here. You can see that indicated down here. That volume is actually really high. It's actually surpassed the sell volume over here on the 14th. Actually, the highest volume we've seen since June 5th. Actually, the highest buy volume we've seen since April 10th. Crazy. And this is actually the highest we've seen Bitcoin since over here in June of last year, guys. It's been a whole year. It's literally been a whole year since we've really, really seen it at this price. Well, except, when we hit it in April. But besides that, we finally got our crash, retrace, reaccumulation, fly up to the upside. And now hitting resistance there at the 1. So I think if we were to go off of a more, we went off a daily here, and we tried to give ourselves more of a time frame of what's going to happen, because we're out of this now. We're out of this. What I'm going to wind up doing is just grabbing this trend line. We can actually do 2, because this is that one. I wonder what a longer time frame would look like. Let's see if we did from here to here. We did from this high right here to this fall right there, 31,874 would be the next resistance. So it looks like if it wants to push up any further, you'd be hitting it around there, but you're not getting your 702 till 39. Let's see. If we were to grab from here, I wonder if we actually no, it'd be from this one right here, here, and here. Let's do this. I'm just trying to see myself when we can see how large of a move we could wind up seeing out of this at minimal by when. I wouldn't see it, but I think that's too short of a time frame. I don't think I can exactly give that yet, but I think if we were to zoom in a little bit further, like when we were in this time frame, you have your stair, your shorter support stair. You have your longer support stair, which would be right here. If you were to put a ceiling right here where it hit, I mean, even if it went sideways for that, I mean, oh, wait, we're on a daily. Wow. Let's see, guys. I mean, that could also be a floor. I mean, it could go sideways until October. Looks like that, like September. Could it really? I mean, it could, but that would get us up until 42,000 by November. I mean, it's not terrible either, because that would be a bullish thing for the rest of for 2024. But if we're really to think about this in a more logical perspective, you'd be taking that right here. Got that push out. That push out made sense right here. Technically right there, yeah, that 31,000 looks like it's a stopping point until now. So I think my thesis at the moment is that we are stopping now. I really don't think that it should go any further than 30,986. I mean, that's the move. And then I would like to see it come back here to around 29,152, at the most 28,635. And then kind of just waddle sideways. You could even come down here to like the $27,000 region and even kind of walk sideways in here. But you can see it at worst case scenario, it still does that move by the end of the year, or in September, October, of pushing up to the mid 40s. But I don't see that happening right at this moment. I mean, Bitcoin has done what, 25%, guys? 25% in how many days? So it's only been a couple days, like since the weekend, and Bitcoin has done 24%. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to see Bitcoin move. Here in a daily, we're actually topping out. Oh, actually getting the same spot here that we did in March. I mean, it could go a little bit further, like I was saying, to that 31,874, because that's technically the resistance here, based off the bottom and the top here set in April 8th of 2022. That could be the next pit stop, but at least optimistically, like I was saying, 28,000 is going to be like your floor, your optimistic floor, and then realistically above that, the 28,635 and 29,000. But when you get these crazy shooting up candles, I mean, there has to be some sort of retrace to come in afterwards. So I wonder what kind of contingency we're going to be seeing here around 30,986. If we're actually going to get up here, I could do something sort of like this, like a little flag upwards, and then see a movement such as like a sharp push upwards, getting up ourselves like above this Fibonacci here at the 0.5, and then getting a snark just rejection immediately, because we've had a lot of price movement. But at least in my head, that's what I'm looking at, guys. I'm going to be looking at seeing how we fare holding this 786 around 29,669, and then seeing how we can get through that 30,986. But I would just look at that box region here to see if we can come back and support it and continue onwards. And if we do not, then I would just expect a little bit of it's not reaccumulation, but like kind of coming back down and grounding itself for a little while before doing another leg up later. But it looks like a crisis for the summer has already ended as soon as it began, because today is the 21st, so technically summer just started, but perhaps it's over already. But hope you guys are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I hope I'm giving you guys some insight, on what my thoughts are. Looks like the latest we can have something happening is October, getting a push upwards. It lines up with my thought process, because we could wind up just meandering sideways, getting a push back down, and the mid 27,000s, and then kind of just race sideways until then. But hope you're having a good run. Remember, none of it's financial advice, and I hope you guys have a great day. Have a good one.